Thank you. I call the member for Drummoyne.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This evening I rise to speak about some important issues affecting my community. I want to begin my contribution by bringing to the House's attention the recent success we've achieved in relation to additional services that have now been added permanently to the F3 Parramatta River Ferry service. An extra 14 services each weekday and 26 extra services each weekend have been added to the timetable, increasing the number of ferries between Sydney Olympic Park and Circular Quay by 96 services a week. I'll get to that. Note that interjection. This increase in service availability has been welcomed by my community, who, particularly during the warmer months, are now able to commute in and out of the city with reasonable certainty of being able to board a ferry. And I hope that the updated timetable with permanent additional services helps alleviate the countless stories I've heard of being abandoned at the wharf because a ferry was full and couldn't stop. The positive news came because of a huge community effort, thanks to a shared goal and hard work by lobbying from our community. I want to particularly acknowledge Di Brown and the Friends of Cabarita Park and Wharf community group, who have been fighting hard to lobby for these additional services. Madam Speaker, I will always place the needs of my community over politics, and I think it's a hallmark trait of a good representative. And so I do want to thank the Minister for Transport for listening to my community and working collaboratively with me to improve the ferry service. There is more work to be done, and I'm engaging with Transport for New South Wales on these matters. This includes securing extra evening and weekend services that start further down the river to give commuters at wharves like Cabarita, Abbotsford, Chiswick and Drummoyne an opportunity to get on the ferry. For many in my community, ferries are the only viable public transport option. So it's vital that they are able to access these services, because too often they become full at Parramatta or Sydney Olympic Park and don't stop at those later wharves. I also want to highlight the importance of addressing the issue of wharf cleanliness and maintenance. It's a daily occurrence that my office receives an email or a phone call from a commuter telling us the ferry wharf has been left in a disastrous state. And I've seen it myself. Wharves are being littered with fishing hooks, wires, old bait, and I've even seen fish heads. It's just unacceptable. These are commuter wharves and they need to be fit and safe for commuters. I've heard of commuters tripping on fish guts or stepping on old hooks, and it's simply not good enough. I've written to the Transport Minister seeking her intervention to ensure that wharves are appropriately maintained and cleaned before the start of the morning commute. I've also been advised and seen firsthand illegal fishing occurring at Cabarita Wharf and at other wharves after the gates have closed. I want to ensure better enforcement of this, and I'll be seeking that the Minister addresses this. I also take this opportunity to provide the House with an update on the ongoing traffic congestion along Victoria Road in Drummoyne and surrounding local streets following the opening of the Rozelle interchange. As this is a serious matter for local residents who are dealing with the daily impacts of traffic congestion, I've sought to engage the Minister for Roads, his office, and Transport for New South Wales in good faith. Madam Speaker, it is disappointing that I don't appear to have received the courtesy of a written response from the Minister to my letter dated 1 December, requesting a meeting with Transport for New South Wales and a community meeting for my constituents. Although I am pleased to hear that Transport will finally be visiting Drummoyne on Monday to talk about the traffic and safety issues that our community has been dealing with since late last year. I want to stress how vital it is that this meeting goes ahead to bring the community together, to discuss ways to improve the current traffic situation and to work to find suitable solutions. Madam Speaker, people cannot get out of their homes. They are late to work and appointments. Traffic light sequencing has caused extreme congestion, and we simply cannot accept the rat running that is occurring in local streets. I'm looking forward to this community meeting on Monday evening, and I will be attending, absolutely, because I will be joining my community in calling for change. Thank you.